Hello, this is RHM for RHM Movie Reviews with the last Marvel episode. Yes, it's the last one. Next two episodes are going to be the DC movies. Alright, first up, Daredevil. It has a great cast. It does. This was actually Jon Favreau's first Marvel movie, but that also means it was the first time he was acting in a Marvel movie, too. Now, there is a this actually, and just so you know, this is the second time Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner worked together, but the first time they played leads and screen love interest. Yeah, unlike what the IMDb trivia says for this movie, this was the second time they worked together. First time they worked together was Pearl Harbor. And there is a cameo by somebody Ben Affleck has worked with numerous times, and it's not Matt Damon, okay? It is Kevin. Well, I like to refer to him as Kevin Silent Bob Smith, because that's a very well-known character of his, is Silent Bob. And when you see him in that movie, he is funny. I give you that. He is funny in the movie. Alright, next one is the spin-off. And just so you know, that was the only Daredevil movie Marvel Fox ever did. Because that one bombed at the box office. And so when Netflix got a hold of it, it made this series. And now that Disney owns Fox and Netflix ended all of its Marvel shows, now Disney Marvel can take on those characters and make them their own. And hopefully not mess it up. I'm saying hopefully. There's no guarantee. Alright, next one is Elektra. This has a great cast, and it surprised to me when I was watching it. I was like, wait, is that Terrence Stamp playing a good guy? Yes, it is the first. I know it was the first time I ever saw Terrence Stamp, who was known for playing villains, actually play a good guy. I mean, if you watch, trying to think of a movie I own that where he actually does play a bad guy. The movie version of Get Smart, he is a villain in that movie. If you watch Haunted Mansion, which is Disney's take on the ride, he's a villain in that movie too. You see the villain in the original Superman movies. So, alright, next is all the XMen trilogy, which is these two. Well, this is 1.5, so I actually got it after, because I could not find the first X-Men movie on DVD at the time, so this is 1.5, so this actually has more special features. And according to this, it has an enhanced viewing mode. So, and this is X-Men 2. And of course, yes, I have X-Men 3. Amazing cast. Yes, it is Patrick Stewart as Charles X. Some of you may know him from Star Trek, The Next Generation. He does an excellent job. And the third movie, Kelsey Grammer, is playing Beast. Now, when I get into X-Men First Class, it is played by for X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse, is a different actor playing Beast. But nonetheless, it is good. And off of this, there was a spin-off. Well, only one origin, well, technically two origin stories, but one origin story that went on to do 2 more movies. That is Wolverine, and those movies are great. Yes, Ryan Reynolds, I am finally talking about one of your movies. talking about your X-Men movie in a way. And hopefully you are reviving your character from the X-Men movies, Deadpool. Well, Origins movie from Deadpool, for the fact that now is a part of Disney. For it wasn't really, I don't think it was a very extension that Famke Jensen, when she was playing Jean Grey, when Jean Grey transitioned into Phoenix in the original X-Men movies. There was, because I've actually seen, I've seen Famke Jensen play a villain before. If you've seen the Bond movie, James Bond GoldenEye movie, she plays, it's a more of a sidekick role. She does play a bad guy. And of course, throughout the movies, Halle Berry changes, her Storm hairstyle changes. And I think she changes and she gives up the accent for number 2. And the second one, you are introduced to you are introduced to Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. And the last one, you are introduced to Angel, if you will. But there's a prologue to go with that. There's actually 2 prologues for X-Men for the 3rd X-Men movie. So next up is actually, yes, the origin story of the other X-Men movies, the main ones. That's James McAvoy and, if I can pronounce his last name correctly, Michael Fassbender as Professor X and Magneto, respectively. Anything on the back? And go figure, to actually see Kevin Bacon play the villain in this movie. I mean, yes, a great cast. You actually get to see Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, a character Rebecca Romijn played in the original trilogy. It was interesting to see her take on this role. And amazing. And actually, there's something that went on behind the scenes, and that is Nicholas Hoult, who plays Beast. Hank and Mystique. Yes, there was a kind of romance in the movie, but that romance transferred off screen from what I've heard between Nicholas Hoult and Jennifer Lawrence. And with this one, you figure it shows that it's a possibility that Beast may have gotten his blue tint due to Mystique. Alright, next one is X-Men Days of Future Past. Believe it or not, this won Best Oscar for Best Visual Effects. Now, with this and with X-Men Apocalypse, I do suggest you check out the trivia for these movies. Then you can check out the trivia for Avengers Age of Ultron, because it gives you why there's 2 Quicksilvers. There were 2 Quicksilvers at the time. Now, the only character that goes into the past mentally is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And it's actually amazing. There is one scene that I find very interesting. You see James McAvoy's Professor X meeting Patrick Stewart's Professor X, and that is just mind-boggling when you see the scene, because it is so amazing. There's not much to say about X-Men Apocalypse, because this just reintroduces some of the other characters that you had seen in the other X-Men movies. And you are introduced to Wolverine again. As I said, you're introduced to Storm again. You're introduced to characters that you'll be introduced again now that Disney owns Fox, and that means those Fox Marvel characters are now back in the hands of actual Marvel. And so, however you see these movies, I can't wait to see how Kevin Feige and the rest of the people behind Marvel bring these characters to life in future MCU movies. However they introduce them, I think it'll be great. And whatever actors they get to play these characters will be amazing. I don't think they've cast any of the characters, new X-Men yet, who will play X-Men in future MCU movies. But it'll be interesting to see who they do cast. I mean, personally, I would like to see Taron Egerton take on the role of Wolverine, but that, in my mind, that's just because he actually worked with Hugh Jackman in a movie, and I just would like to see him take on the role, because that would be very interesting. But with other characters, I don't know who they'll pick to play the new Professor X, or Storm, or any of the other characters. Well, really, the one I would really want to see is who they cast as Beast and who they cast as Mystique. Because if they decide to go the same route as Fox did with Days of Future Past, and creating a love story between Beast and Mystique, that would be very interesting to see. So next two episodes are going to be DC movies. If I can pull it off, it'll probably be one. If I can't, it'll be two. So this is RHM for RHM Movie Review, signing off.